Hey guys, Sundown Rider here. This is going to be my chapter review to One Piece 889, An Unknown Mama. Now this chapter was actually really good. I really enjoyed it. There were parts of it which were kind of like a bit of a repeat with the whole carrot situation and all that, but I still liked that because we got to see exactly what was going on there. So let's go right into this and talk about exactly what happened. So we have the cover story where Leo and the dwarves on Dressrosa decided to become pirates, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. We got to see Violet, we got to see Rebecca again. So I was like, yeah, that's alright. I don't really mind. That wasn't something that I found really important, And the dwarves, I liked them, but I didn't think they were all that. I'm not a big fan of Leo and the rest of the guys. So I saw it and I was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. I don't mind. But let's get straight to the Straw Hat crew, where we continue with Carrot kicking some ass in her Sulong form, and in this chapter we see really the weakness of the Big Mom crew. Her kids, who are all like high ranked and stuff, they're all kind of they possess a fleet of ships or whatever, and they seem to have some sort of general status or equivalent within her kind of fleet. Her kids have all acquired that power, and they've been born with it really, and they've only the issue with them is that only a handful of them are actually intelligent enough to use that power properly. It's people like Katakuri, maybe even Pudding. But someone like Daifuku and his Rubber Dub Dub Genie and shit like that, in their pursuit of Carrot, they wreck a number of ships which the Big Mom pirates had used to pincer in the Straw Hat crew. And I'm just like, you're an idiot, Daifuku. You got this genie guy, but you're wrecking the rest of your fleet, and you're really, really, really making it easier for Carrot to do her thing. And she even makes mention of it. She's like, yeah, this genie guy's he's a huge help. He's just getting rid of these ships. I'm getting rid of their hull and stuff. Well, actually, she's not getting rid of the hull. I forgot what it's called. She's getting rid of the kind of the rudder system. She's getting rid of the wheel of the ship, and he's just wrecking the rest of the ship. The entirety of the ship. So I'm just like, you're really making it easy for her, and she's enjoying it. She's like, yeah, this is all cool. Additionally, all the chaos he's creating is allowing Carrot to continue on doing her thing at a really, really relaxed pace. She's still fighting for her life, but she's finding it so much easier just because he's there helping her out, essentially. We find out a little bit more about the Sulong form. Obviously, it has to be trained, and we all knew that it would have to be trained. Even Jinbei's like, oh shit, you know this form? And she was like, yeah, trust me, Pedro taught it to me, so it's all good. But we knew it had to be trained, but we didn't realize that if it's not trained and you just kind of assume your Sulong form naturally, a mink will fight mindlessly through the night. When they see the full moon, they'll fight through the night and die of exhaustion just because they don't know how to control their Sulong form. So I was like, yo, okay, that's a bit, it's a double-edged sword. And Brook makes mention of that. Talking about Brook, he actually then goes on to help Carrot. He does offer a little bit of help, and that was nice to see. They've never that was nice to see because we know he can run on top of water. So he might as well put himself to good use, skim across the water and go take out a ship or something, just do your job. Or help Carrot do her job a little bit, He didn't do so much like she's doing right now. She's taking out ships, but he just went out, took like one or two, and he was fine with that. She was like, yeah, let's go. So then we see Perospero and his brother. I've forgotten his brother's name, but they're concerned about Big Mom. They're like, we've never not fed her for this long, and she's thinned out quite a bit. She seems to be drawing ragged breaths and things like that. So this is beyond the limits of their knowledge, and it was good. It was cool to see that Perospero and this guy, and his brother, they're like, we don't really know what to do here because we've never been pushed to this point. We don't know what to do with Big Mom in this state. So they're treading new ground too. Adding to their concern is the fact that Beige is the one who's in possession of the cake, which they have all their hopes on in terms of regaining control over Mama, or letting her regain control of herself. So they already decided that they absolutely cannot trust Beige. So I'm just like, okay, that's cool, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do when the cake comes? So the question now is, do they let Big Mom eat the cake? Shit could go down if they do not let Big Mom eat the cake and they destroy it or something before Big Mom eats it, because she will turn on her crew, she will turn on her family, and she will kill all of them. If she sees them destroying the cake or something, or not allowing her to eat it, she'll straight up kill them. It's not going to be a good time for those guys. So I want to know what they're thinking of doing, or what they're gonna do when it does come to the whole situation of, do we allow Big Mom to eat the cake or not? We then go to Beige and Company, who Beige really voices the popular opinion I myself voiced, and probably a whole bunch of people voiced a review or two ago, which was, will Beige poison the cake now that he's in possession of it? Now, obviously, Sanji does not wish to besmirch his honor as a cook and cannot allow the cake itself to be poisoned. He's like, no, this isn't what I'm about. I'm here to feed people. I'm not going to poison anything I'm never going to poison anything that I ever make. So Beige's face, though, So Beige obviously is really annoyed by that. He's like, you know what? We've got a chance to take out Yonko, Sanji, and you're being a real, you're being too simple-minded about this. You're being a child about this. And if this was like real life thing, I would side on the side of Beige. This is the opportunity to get rid of someone. We can't just rely on your cooking. But this is Sanji we're talking about, and this is One Piece. So obviously, Sanji's like, I know what I'm doing. Trust me, I got this. And then Beige's face after tasting the cake was disgusting. I was like, yo, Beige making that face is something I do not want to see again. I was like, yo, what is that face, bro? But he's obviously extremely pleased by how the cake has turned out, and it has pushed him to like the edge. And he even mentions like, what the hell was with that cake? It really it's got me feeling really weird inside. And then Pudding collapsing when she sees Sanji standing up to Beige and really showing him who's who. That was funny too. I was like, alright. But then, like I said, Beige is forced to believe in Sanji and his wife, Chiffon, after he feels the effects of the cake spreading through him, and he's like, what the hell is this? This is what I might want to barter on. So then we go back to the Straw Hat crew, where Brook collects Carrot and they retreat. Carrot is exhausted, as you may expect. She all she has to do really is not look at the moon now, and she will revert to, well, she has reverted to her normal form, her normal mink form, and not her Sulong form. So she can either not look at the moon, close her eyes, or wear coloured glasses, which is actually something that Peckham's does. So Peckham's Boys and Grills, we now know that maybe the reason he wears shades in the dark in rooms and stuff indoors is because he doesn't want to go Sulong form every time there's a full moon. Maybe he can't control it, and to save the rest of the Big Mom crew his wrath, he wears shades to avoid looking at the moon. So with their hope reignited and within the Straw Hat crew, Big Mom, she calls upon Prometheus and Zeus, and by the time they get there, the Straw Hats are all like, they rekindled their hope and everything. They're like, yeah, we're gonna make it through this, because all the entire fleet in front of them with Daifuku and his company, they're all being shifted aside by the waves because all their rudders, all their rudders and stuff have been broken. Not technically the rudders, it's the helm of the ship. That's what I was talking about. The helm of the ship has all been destroyed on most of the ships, so they're being dragged away. So the Straw Hats are like, okay, we can make a break for it now. But then at that moment in time, Prometheus, Zeus arrive, and Big Mom in her kind of super, like, she goes into this Super Saiyan form. She has this flaming head of hair. She has this pronounced craziness now. She's really, really crazy, and her weight loss have made her look crazy as shit, and she looks awesome. And I was like, yo, like, Big Mom looks amazing this chapter. She looks straight Super Saiyan. I hope you've read the chapter, because this is a review, but she looks straight crazy in this chapter, and I was like, yo, damn. So yeah, and she lands on the Straw Hat crew. She jumps on the back of Zeus, and Prometheus is like, ignites her hair, and she's using Napoleon as a sword. She jumps on the ship and she's like, bitch, where my cake at? So I was like, yo, this is gonna be crazy. Now, speaking of double-edged swords, as we were before, this is the exact situation that I think Big Mom is in. She gets stronger and crazier the longer that she's without food, but this is her body's desperate plea and cry for food. She may not need it, but her body's in that state of, I need it. It's that addiction that she's got, the whole thing of she can't control herself, and her body can't control herself. She's addicted to food and sweet stuff. So in reality, even though she's getting stronger, I think what it is her body's running dangerously close to burning her reserves of energy, and she may actually be quite close to collapsing. We've seen before in like flashbacks that she was actually quite a thin individual, or a healthy looking individual. So maybe she'll like burn weight down till she gets to that kind of size. And that's like her most dangerous point. She'll be at her most potent, but also her most weak, if you know what I mean. She's like the closest she's ever been to collapsing. So if they can hold her off, she may actually be in dire straits. But what are the Straw Hats going to do? That's the situation. Acting Captain Jinbei suggests that they may have to abandon the ships, but will the Straw Hats listen to him? Maybe they will. I mean, like, they all respect Jinbei, but they're not the type of crew to abandon their ship. However, they are the type of crew to value their own lives, and if they have to abandon ship, they will abandon ship. So how else do they avoid Big Mom now she's on board? Sanji and company are still far away, so I don't think it's going to have anything to do with Sanji and Beige and all them arriving and then delivering the cake. That's too far away. So I don't really know what they're going to do, but they're in a bit of a pickle, and Big Mom is looking crazy as shit. So it was a really good chapter, an awesome chapter. I'm going to rate it about an 8.5. I think an 8 out of 10. It was really good. We didn't actually see Luffy, which is I don't really mind not seeing Luffy in One Piece. I mean, like it's different to not seeing Deku in My Hero Academia and stuff like that. I prefer seeing Deku in My Hero Academia, but I don't mind if we don't see Luffy in the chapter. That's alright with me. But yeah, this chapter was good. Like, let me know what you guys thought. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys tomorrow when I release my Hero Academia review. So let me know what you guys thought. Share this video if you really want to. And yeah, just let me know what you guys thought. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.